That's the song sparking one of the biggest ongoing debates in the history of gospel music.
Indeed, the track I Am Getting Ready by Tasha Cobbs features rapper Nicki Minaj on the gospel artist's recently released album Heart. Well, passion, pursuit and the collaborative track sparked thousands of conversation online as people have not hesitated to share their opinions on whether gospel artists should collaborate with secular artists.
Nicki Minaj is a leading American rap act. If you don't know her, I wonder where you are. Known for her explicit lyrics, now videos, as well as her raunchy dress sense, while Tasha Cobbs Leonard is an award-winning gospel artist, most popular for her song Break Every Chain, which remained on Billboard's #1 spot for many weeks after its release.
Well, while a section of the public has openly expressed its displeasure at the collaboration, saying both artists should have stayed in their individual lanes, others believe everyone is the same in the eyes of God, and being a secular actor should not stop anyone from acknowledging God.
Now, the controversy may not come to an end anytime soon, with some Nigerians saying such collabos could be a ploy by some gospel artists to generate revenue and fame. Artists who caught some heat for their collabos both on the foreign scene and here in Nigeria include Kirk Franklin for his Ultralight Beam collaboration with Kanye West.
Mary and LL Cool J, MI and Frank Edwards. Nikki Laoye, of course, also has a song with Shay.
All right, joining us, of course, is Nikki Laoye herself in flesh and blood.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
And
of course, we have Kenny Corey, one of the people that have been so angry about that song by Tasha Cobbs that featured Nicki Minaj. Good morning to you, Kenny.
Thank you for having me.
What's wrong
off, really,
with
why are you
this
angry?
collabos?
Yes.
What's wrong?
That's all right. First, I believe that Christians are human beings. They're not, obviously, they're not angels or anything. And we are members of the society. We have responsibility towards the society. For example, I have neighbors who are not Christians who don't share my faith. My faith encourages me to love everybody. And that's my default mode. I love everybody. But everybody have standards. Every religion has standards. The Muslim religion has standards, the Buddhist religion has standards, also the Christian religion has standards. Loving someone does not mean that I should drop. As a matter of fact, the scripture says that God is not respecter of any man, and he would not reduce or drop his standard for any man. So I believe that when you have a collaboration with there are some secular artists who are I grew up listening to a lot of secular artists, and their music is not vulgar or anything. It's just that it doesn't necessarily glorify God.
But inspirational.
But it's
Nikki,
yeah.
let's bring it to Nikki now. You've done a collabo with Shay. What did you have in mind when you did that collabo with her?
Okay, when
did you expect that there was going to be any kind of backlash?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, you did?
Oh, definitely, because like he said, there are definitely some people that just believe that we shouldn't make or have this kind of collaborations. But at the end of the day, what I tell people is, what is your motive behind doing a song with someone? Especially for we gospel artists, we're not just trying to just create music anyhow. We're trying to inspire, motivate, educate. And of course, that song for me was very, very special. Of course, it's dedicated to the memory of my dad, one, and of course, celebrating the father's love. And I do believe that we all have the right to actually talk about what God has done for us. And of course, me calling up Shay, who happens to be my friend, on that song was to get everyone, both in the mainstream or secular, to actually have an opportunity to actually celebrate God. And that is what that song has done, and it has gone far and wide, even beyond the walls of the church, which actually has always been my aim anytime I do a collaboration.
All right, Kenny, let me come to you now. You said earlier that your set mode or reset mode is love everyone.
Default mode.
Default mode. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Is to love everyone, and that you're angry that someone you think is in your eye is a sinner or so is collaborating with someone in the gospel field. But then, in your religion, didn't Jesus preach love for everyone?
So love and anger. That's what we're discussing here. Can I be angry and still be loving? Absolutely. Scattered all over the pages of scriptures, we see instances where God himself was angry. Jesus Christ took a whip and whipped people out of the temple, and he's love personified, you know. The scripture says, be angry, but do not sin. You know, I think that there's a rhetoric in the mainstream that pushes people like myself who want to fight for standard, push us into the corner. And you know, so because I'm loving, I cannot be angry. I'm a father, I'm a dad, I have children, and I chastise my daughters. It doesn't mean I've stopped loving them. As a matter of fact, the scripture says that it is the child that we love, that we chastise. Oftentimes, when people don't want to speak up, they don't want to speak up because they don't want to offend you. The reason why they don't want to offend you is because they don't want to get out of favor with you. So they're loving themselves. But someone who's going to risk their displeasure or disfavor with you to tell you the truth,
you know what?
Obviously loves you.
We're almost out of time. Since we're talking about collaboration between secular and gospel music specifically, some would, I was talking about this with somebody yesterday, and he said, come to think of it, if Jesus came today, would people really recognize him? Because he dined with prostitutes, he dined with the dregs of the earth, and with tax collectors and all of that, and people judged.
Yes.
People judged.
And who are
So
we to judge?
do you feel judged when you do a collabo with anyone that's not in the gospel world?
Well, for me personally, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care because I have a purpose. Whenever I do that collaboration, my purpose is to reach out to people who are in need of this word of love from God. And the truth is that if the same way everybody will find something in the scripture, I don't have scriptures to back it up. There was a time when some disciples actually approached Jesus and said, Jesus Christ, this guy is casting out demons in your name, but he's not one of us. And Jesus said, oh, as long as what he's doing is for us and is not against us. And I took that to also understand that Jesus understands that moments like this will do happen. Somebody might want to contradict me and say no, but at the same time, there's also another verse in Philippians 1:18 when Paul said, so what then is the issue? Okay, whether they have false motives or not, as long as Christ is being preached. And for me, that is what is most important, as long as Christ is being preached and lives are being touched.
All right, Kenny, should it be about the lyrics or the musician that sings a song or the way of life of that person? We have so many people out there that say that they are following Jesus, they are following Muhammad, but then when you get close to them, people close to them will tell you that this person is not the true example of the religion he practices. So should it be about the religion someone practices or the person's behavior, using that to preach to others?
Thank you, ma'am. That's a powerful one. It's everything. It's all of the above. You know, oftentimes people say something and do something else, and you know, it is inconsistent. It undermines if your life is not in sync with your gospel or your message. That means your life is undermining your message. Hence, you know, if there's unity of your soul, unity of your spirit, unity of your body, oftentimes that's when you see success in a man's life.
Okay, now in this case, Ken is still remaining with you. Tasha Cobbs, in responding to her critics for this collaboration, said, look, in my relationship with Nicki Minaj, she's a totally different person, a totally different persona from who you see on stage and the real person. Shouldn't there be a difference really between the person you see on stage or the art and the artist's real life, come to think of it?
And to build on that before you say anything about Nicki Minaj, on social media a while back, I think about a month or 2 months ago, someone tweeted at her and said that he was cash-strapped, he wanted money for his college fees. And she said, send me your details, I'm going to send the school fees to you. That went viral. I'm not sure if you saw it. So, like she said now, judging Nicki Minaj by what she wears and the kind of music she does, but then when you look at her closely, is she not a better person than so many other people in church and in mosques?
Yeah, what's the question?
So about the person using his
judging
life,
the person based on their art
and then judging
on their lifestyle. Okay, what's the question? How do we judge someone?
Yes.
I just said it. I said if you have a message, your life must be consistent with your lifestyle must be consistent with your message. And hold on, ma'am.
Yeah.
If she's a gospel artist, then she cannot be a nudist. She cannot be singing the kind of songs that she's singing because it contravenes the standards of Christianity for decency. And scripture says, let your moderation be known unto all men. You know, Nicki Minaj is all shades of indecent.
Nick,
Well, for me personally, like I say that we are all at different stages of our relationship with God. And you can see that she's in her own stage with God. The truth is that most times when people are going through, so you don't necessarily see them that they will change outrightly, and maybe their lifestyle will just change from 0 to 100. The truth is that at the end of the day, we're all still God's children. I believe that allow whoever it is, let them if they want to talk about God, allow them to talk about God.
Now, part of the testimony that Tasha Cobbs gave out here said, I've had thousands of people say to me, this is the first time I've ever bought a gospel album. It's the first time I've ever felt God. I didn't believe in God until I heard the song. Is it worth it then, at the end of the day, that such a collaboration? You did.
All right, because of time, we'll have to wrap it up here. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you very much, Kenny Corey. It's quite interesting, Kenny Corey and Nikki Laoye. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.